and has their own area. Now we're hosting events there. How much easier is it to walk up to an avatar and say, hey, I got these digital shoes or this digital jewelry or whatever your digital fashion is, and actually have somebody that has an avatar that cares about changing their outfit, because we have a lot of designers that have that. And with us all avatars, and all of y'all know one of the first things that you see when you get in the space is, oh man, let me go change my outfit. Let me go get fly. And again, being able to merge all of those things together, that's the goal. So that's why we got to just keep pushing, being right here, being in the space. And with that being said, everybody should be pushing it. Everybody should be sharing the events that we're having. Everybody right now should even be taking videos, screenshots, sharing like, oh, we had a community call over on the Raw network, showing that this is what we're doing. This is the new wave, and that others can be a part of it. This is a DAO. I'm talking right now, but you guys know I would tell you, I'm just helping make that skeleton and help keep us, pushing forward. But it takes all of us to actually make it successful. And that's why we've been consistent with our community calls every single week from day one of starting this, and calling it a think tank so that anybody can share ideas, we drop proposals, everybody can vote on it. Anybody can add ideas, and we'll just continue to grow from there with the community. So with that being said, did anybody have any thoughts, questions, or concerns about being in Spatial, anything like that? As you guys can kind of also look around and see, we do have a few of these different spaces that others have created, because like I said, everybody can be creating their own space. So let me see here. Like I see, well, Marquise Manzo's in here. This one over here called Tribesman. That's his space. It's really great. He streams a lot of educational content in there as well. Just like my husband, oh, Marquise just popped back in. So yes, Tribesman, that's his space. Feel free to hop in there anytime. Like I said, you may see him in there streaming some content, and you could pop in and watch it with him anytime. He was watching a metaverse movie like what, last night or something. That was cool. What'd you say? And he focused on land sovereignty and like buying land and growing your own land. And I know we have a bunch of gardeners in here as well. Or Tiny's, has her home garden. Zay has her chickens in her garden, and we can all really put this together and really be educating people how they can be self sovereign and self sufficient in these different ways. Then you can also see Vibe City. That is from Straps, Y Straps. You guys will see him in here often as well. And his is a musical NFT. So you guys may have seen in our Discord. We have changed it around, so you have to actually go and click roast to open up some more things in our Discord. But if you go under the section called Clubs, and then in Clubs Intro, if you hit the music sign, if you haven't before, that will actually open up the music club, and you'll see some of his musical NFTs. But he has them all set up in that space now, so you can see the different females. You can see you can play them, and they'll actually start playing his music. And the cool thing about that is he was saying how some of those females have OnlyFans and events, and if you actually buy their NFT, that gives you like a free month of their OnlyFans, or access to their events and different things like that that these females are using with their NFTs. So I think I heard somebody unmute. Did anybody have anything to add? Okay, no. Sorry, maybe that's on Discord. But yeah, so just again, different ways to show everybody how you can use your space to showcase whatever you do. And then also when it comes to our content, you guys know we have a whole Friday lineup. This past Friday was amazing. We had so many cool things that were playing. We had like a musician, Trinice and Laddie Moran, and that was great because when I shared that on Twitter, Laddie's audience actually was hyped up, like, oh dang, Laddie's in the metaverse, like this is so amazing. And he was like, I've been trying to tell him about it. And I'm like, well, actually the host put him on, but maybe this is his sign that look, his audience is excited about it and wants to connect in this way. So hopefully now he makes that transition. And again, us being in these spaces and creating our own showcase to showcase whatever we do, that's how we're going to attract that audience behind us and your own audience. And that's what it's all about, especially when it comes to, being an NFT, collection. That's how you grow your audience and actually sell NFTs that have utilities and actually connect with your audience and your purpose. And that's the whole purpose of this. So some of the other little ones that you can always check out. These ones over here, the crypto seventh reign, seventh layer, and seventh level. Those are different ones that my husband and I have made. Some of them we've used from the template. Don't be scared to use the templates. The templates are clean. You guys can see here. This is a template that we use. And then we just added 3D items in here. And if you want to know how to do that, I did drop a YouTube video about how to do that. And we also have some that we built from scratch. So I would definitely encourage you guys to check those out. At the end of this call, we'll actually go and explore the 7th level because that one is literally a whole nother level.
I can, thank you. Real quick.
Hold on, guys, one second. So we'll explore the 7th level here in just a moment so that you guys can see literally how this can look, because we're thinking we could have a mansion party, like as an actual launch party, again, to get the people in here. Think of different ways we can get people in here by having more events. For example, if you're meeting with Mo about, collaborating with the Raw DAO, this is where I've been meeting. I've had 2 meetings in here so far, and I've got 2 more meetings lined up this week for other people that have content that they want to be streaming in our Friday lineup because they've seen, oh wow, Spatial likes what they got going on. A lot of people like what they like going on. Let me just add my content to that lineup. And I encourage everybody here to do that. Even musicians, some people have just sent me their YouTube songs, and it's like, yeah, send that so we can play that in between, playing videos. That's fine as well. So whatever kind of content you have, let's showcase it and put it together and make these different experiences. Um, right on, Tiny. So let me get to my notes here and see. Oh, yeah. So we talked about that. We talked about the launch party. Okay, so the wearable, very exciting. So you guys know we did just vote on that. Mod, I've talked about them here before. One of the reasons I'm really excited about Mod is because they've done this before. Like I have told you guys before, they've put on the event Indie Central with Migos and Jim Jones, so they know how this works. So by having this collaboration with Mod that we voted for and are moving forward with, we kind of have also been talking about what this looks like by actually co-creating a metaverse wearable. So some of the ideas that have floated around recently is us actually starting with a piece. I've seen a few people share like a jacket would be a good thing to start with. And then like one designer starts with it, adds their little flair, and then gives it to the next designer. They add their piece to the next designer. They add their piece, and so on and so forth, until we get this epic piece at the end of it. And then we can use that as a token gated event. So it's like, say, for example, like we just said, oh, we have the launch party in the 7th level. It can be token gated so that it says, hey, you have to have this wearable, which would be an NFT, to actually access this event. And you can do that like anything. You again, if you have your own NFTs, you can have token gated events as well. And then we can also follow up with that so that then maybe to join a community call, now you have to have the, raw NFT. Or maybe if it's not the main community call, maybe, for specific community calls, maybe for core team members or, different things like that we can really start to explore when it comes to token gating and how token gating looks, by, again, using a wearable as that NFT that token gates you. So now when we're all in the space, now we all got on the jacket. And I definitely want to tell you guys that we're not the only ones doing this. And when I say we're not the only ones doing it, it's big players in the space that's doing it. Attorneys that are coming here and having whole meetings with their firms. There's one there's one group that we've actually connected with that we've all followed each other, and they're a group of doctors that meet in here every single Thursday, and it looks like they're like underwater and they're talking about the spine and they're bringing in the 3D digital models and looking at this. But these doctors have a meeting in here every single Thursday. You see, again, these bigger players in the space that are actually coming in and are using the space just like that and in different ways. So again, us being right here is the right place, right time, and we just have to keep building that. So, did anybody have any ideas about the wearable, token gating, spatial so far, a launch party? Of course, if you don't have any ideas at this second, you can always share them in our ideas chat. But these are those ideas that we want to start sharing. Okay, preparing for a launch party. And maybe with that launch party, this can be our seasonal event for this season because next month season 3 ends. we should actually be planning for that. You know, we were having a music festival kind of thing with the workshop. So it can still be that, you know, where we have different speakers and different musicians and different performances and make it a whole event that we can actually start planning for to have next month and start planning that together. So, any ideas with the launch party? Any ideas with the wearables? Anything for the spatials? Huh? Yeah, exactly. And so even with that, you know, you guys know with our last event, we did the scavenger hunts. And I'm not gonna say Raw did it first, but Raw did it first. When everybody was like, "Oh, fashion show, what are you gonna do for the fashion show?" And we're like, "Well, we're gonna do a scavenger hunt because it's in the metaverse, so let's make it fun." And now there's so many different people now that use that same idea of scavenger hunt to make it fun. So say for example,
I think they kicked her out.
Yeah, she about to be back on. She was just it kicked her out. But yeah, and emphasis what she was saying. I'm thinking for the launch party, but of course we all vote on it. I want to kind of see it as like multiple layers, because or multiple portals, because in each portal it basically loud mics whatever one DJ is playing. So we can't really have three DJs in one portal. But what we can do is have multiple portals running at one time and have different DJs in each one, and then that just offer a different environment. Everybody don't listen to the same type of music. And then one of the main ones, like seventh level, would probably be like a VIP that would go with the wearable, like she suggested.
Definitely a good idea to switch it up like that.
right? Yeah, and if anybody got any ideas, feel free to share them in the idea chat in the Discord, and we can really see how we can start putting that together and start planning that event. You know, maybe we'll have a launch party committee and just start having some separate meetings about actually putting that together, making content, setting a whole a whole lineup for what actually will be happening at the party, some events to even lead up to that, because again, once we actually get people into spatial, they're going to be looking for more events that they can come to. They're going to be wanting to come back in here, and when we let them know, oh yeah, here's the lineup of events every Friday, we're going to be in here, and we've got even more fun events aside from that leading up to that launch party. They're going to be active. So that's definitely the plan right there. Again, so did anybody else have any ideas they wanted to share before we kind of move along? Anybody in the Discord? We got a good amount of people.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, 150?
What's up? Hey, everybody.
What's up? Hey, everybody. Yeah. So speaking of events and hosting events, it'd be great if we.
Let me see that one second.
Okay. Well, not sure who's ever muted me, but okay. Interesting.
Thank you for allowing me to speak here. I appreciate it. I know that you guys are sort of, in your silo at the moment, and talking strategy. And perhaps, I'm just a wild card here. But nonetheless, I have been speaking for some time, and I sort of onboarded her and a lot of people from Meta Builders into Neos VR, and I have a really nice venue which we could sort of utilize as a space for a virtual event that could be broadcasting from Neos to Spatial. That way people can sort of like have a cross metaverse experience and click a bridge. And also I can supply talent, DJs, etc. I already have an event that's planned at the moment. where Autograph, who's a DJ out of LA, is headlining the event, and I've got a bunch of other VR content creators making live mixes and pre-recorded mixes as well for the event. It's happening on the 26th this month, and yeah, I just wanted to see if there could be some sort of cross-pollination between your brands and your DAO with what I'm building with the project as well, which Mokasa has minted into his own Polygon mainnet. So yeah, anyway, cool, meeting space. It looks super official. It looks incredible. I love what you guys are doing on Spatial. Great work, everybody. Thanks again for letting me speak.
Ooh, yes, thank you for sharing. Definitely. If you guys haven't, if you ever seen me post when I was doing meta hookah, like literally pulled the hookah thing to my camera and then it started blowing out smoke, that is 150 in his space. If you haven't seen it, I definitely will show it again. But as he mentioned, he is one of these amazing builders that actually know how to build in the space. So when we first started this call, you guys know I mentioned the Neo space and how we ran into a lot of issues optimizing. He gave me a whole like code that I could follow about how to actually make these spaces better. So being able to collaborate with these kind of amazing builders in the space is crucial. And I love that you included that word cross-pollination, because that's exactly what this purpose is, of connecting with these different brands and builders and what people already have going on, and just joining forces to see that. You guys see, we're cross-pollinating right now. We've got Discord showing on the screen in Spatial, yet we also have Spatial showing on the screen in Discord. Like, this is a whole nother next level of cross-pollinating. So yeah, definitely, I'm excited about your event on August 26th. We can definitely set that up where we can be there, enjoying it in Neos and streaming it in Spatial. I think that would be epic. I did get my virtual membership card, like you mentioned, so I'm already in there. I did also share it in here with you guys when he was having his free mint. I'm not sure if the mint is still free, because I know some logistics with how he was dropping that out. But we can definitely set that up, and I think that would be really cool to continue to talk about. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, in due time, not to just absolutely take over the dialogue or anything, or show really, but yeah, in due time, it's a matter of letting the information be free and open and transparent, really more than anything at this point. And yeah, I think the mint still is free at the moment. So it was supposed to cross 333 mints for free. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on and what's still in play. I think there's been over like 200 or so minted from the community. So it's exciting. It's pretty exciting.
It is. You can drop a link in the collaboration chat under general, and you guys can all click that link. When you click the link, you'll see it's like his whole website, and it gives you some nice visuals on his face again, and a lot of the different things he has going on. You go to the bottom, you hit make or mint, and then you'll make sure you're on the Polygon network, of course. You have to have a little bit of Matic wallet in order to mint. If you don't have Matic in your wallet and you need a little bit, just let me know. I've got some and I can send it to you so you can continue to mint and it'd be no problems. But thanks for sharing that 150. We'll definitely be connected and see how we can set up and promo. Because I know I have been asking you about it a lot. Like, when's the party? When's the party? And I'm glad you popped in and shared about it so we can put it out in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great.
Yeah, he already got the VIP. He know how to set that up for sure with the VIP. He's gonna have a raw VIP and everything.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Good. It's gonna be exciting. We'll have like some sort of like 3D badge that you can wear in the metaverse. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Make sure it happens.
Again, thanks for sharing. Definitely appreciate you for thinking about RAW, for hopping in here and wanting to build with us. We're all early builders, but like you said, you kind of took us under your wing. Was like, nah, I'll show you the way to. He even has one space where you can literally like mine in it with like literally like an axe and thing, and you're like mining in the metaverse. It's next level. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. Did anybody else have anything else that they wanted to add to, share before we kind of move along?
Yeah, is it possible, like, when we have an interview or whatever with them, can we ask about, like, controller support? Is that possible in here?
Let me see. You said have an interview.
You said there was, like, an interview being lined up, and so basically I was wondering, like, if we ever get to talk to them, it'd be possible to add, like, a controller to this. Because I can use this on, like, my keyboard and stuff, but, you know, I play everything using a controller, so, like, it'd be easier to walk around with that. Or even being able to use, like, Oculus eventually.
Oh, on the spatial keyboard, yeah, you can walk around and everything. It's a lot easier if you have like a VR headset. That's not really something I'd be interested in, but you can use it on your keyboard as well, and it makes it a little easier. I think that was your question, right? About walking around in spatial.
No, I was asking if, like, they would ever have, like, a thing to add controller or, like, any other input, because a lot of people don't use, like, the keyboard when they play the game.
Yeah, no, it's really meant for Oculus, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Alrighty. And so let me get my screen off of here. Let me see. All right. So, okay, cool. Let me see. And anybody that's in Discord, if you actually want to hop in this space, you can just click the link that is in the Raw Daily Updates, and it's the Raw Think Tank. Everybody that's in here, make sure you like the space so you can always come back. Just a few more things to point out about some new potential collaborations. One person, Annette, you guys may have seen her in Fashion Fridays a few times. She has a fashion event coming up that she would love the Raw DAO to be a part of. Her and I will have a meeting this week, and we're going to actually talk more about the details for that. But they definitely, again, want to collaborate with the Raw Creatives. So as I have more information, I definitely will share it with you all. And I also will let you guys know when the meeting is so that anybody can join in, hear those details, ask your own questions, and be a part of that as well. Another collaboration is called On the Blockchain, a podcast that is like based out of Canada. And the creator has weekly interviews with different people that are actually building in the space. And he wants to start streaming his during our Friday lineups as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I have a meeting with him this Tuesday at 2:30. Again, anybody can hop in. That will be right here in the think tank and hear about that and actually setting that lineup up. Another event that we'll have this Friday is one designer that I've been working with, Tanya. She actually helped me make my very first tie-dye t-shirt and turned it into a digital bodysuit. And we're actually going to come back with a series to show how everybody can do that using Cloak. 3D and actually start creating digital fashion. So we'll be streaming that during our Friday lineups, and it'll be a whole series to show again people, one, how designers can use this space as well to showcase this and get people involved, and two, how to also make digital fashion, because you guys know that's one thing I always am preaching about, being into digital fashion. Like eventually everybody will be able to make their own digital fashion, just like we can all make our own avatars in our own environment. So, not to get too hooked on trying to be the next Gucci of digital fashion, because, everybody will be making their own kind of fashion. And more so looking at how you can teach what you've got going on and become, that go-to person in that space, or how you can actually teach in the space. So I'm excited for these few collaborations that will be added this week, especially to this Friday's lineup. Again, if you have any content that you want to add to that lineup, go into the Raw Discord, and then you'll see it under submissions. Yes, under the submission sections, it says stream and metaverse. So if you drop it here, we will add it to the lineup. And it can be any kind of video also. Like you guys seen before we started this community call, we watch a lot of like crypto videos and educational videos, and the World Economic Forum is out this week, and it's great that it's a lot more like news coverage on this, but we've been talking about this for years now, and everybody that knows me and have been having this same crypto conversation, y'all know one of the first things I used to always do is actually make you watch the first video from them, like from years ago, to actually start to open your mind. So having these actual conversations that are current, we're all watching them together, able to kind of dissect and plan and prepare accordingly. Those are the things that make that difference. And this is what we're all here for. It's not that we're a social group and just wanting to come and hang out, but instead we see what's happening in the world. We see that it's going physical to digital, and we're making plans to prepare so that we are successful and self-sufficient in the end, because they're not going to be playing fair. And anybody that's not paying attention, they're going to be in for a rude awakening when they're forced to do a lot of things. And us being ahead of that and being the creators and putting ourselves in positions that we're comfortable in, and so we can get in and get out and be wherever you want to be. That's the plan right there. So use these spaces for however you like. It's going to be great. Share any content you want over in the stream, in the metaverse chat. And then last thing is just back to our stream team. As you guys know, right now, because I know Shamgar is also on Twitch, so this could be something, Shamgar, if you'd like, you can always stream these community calls on Twitch. I'm not sure if that would be super attractive to your audience. Oh, nice. So yeah, that those are some really cool different things. And having a whole stream team, that's how that can be, by having different people that are streaming this. But again, that's how, oh wow, I see Raw Think Tank being streamed on 5 different platforms. Let me go see what that is. Let me go check out what's happening right there. And that's how we're going to continue to be able to share that. So I appreciate you that you're streaming. Good looks. And with that stream team, we're going to continue to do stuff like that. You guys know we're planning on our tournament. When it comes to that tournament, we're planning on building that tournament space still in Neos, because it's a little bit more interactive. But just like 150 said, we can be playing in Neos and still streaming in Spatial and having, a multiverse kind of effect with that. And so also when it comes to that stream team, Havo and I talked on Thursday during his orientation time, and he was talking about one of the Twitter spaces he was in and how this Web3 game was having a lot of tournaments, and you could win like $5 million as a team by playing these Web3 games. And why that's so important is because number one, those tournaments have buku money, and number two, you be playing those games and earning just for playing them. And just like how now we got into Spatial, and Spatial noticed what we're doing, being in early with all of this Web3 tools, the Web3 games, that's how you're going to get sponsored and, be in, a good position to, they see you and they want to share. Shamgar shares so much content, and it's for Fortnite. And a lot of that is, you work this so that you got a good algorithm and a good following there. But imagine if it was like a Web3 game, and now you got Gala Games seeing you and retweeting that. Now you got all of their followers like, let me go follow them. Let me go, continue to look out and actually have an entity that cares about your growth because it helps their growth as well. So again, when it comes to being early, we want to be early in all these things.
My bad. The neighborhood tales just got like their grant list and everything, and so that's like gonna be like their first big game. But I was talking to your husband, he's telling me to get on like Gala and other Web3 games. So I'm gonna definitely mess with that as I continue to play other games, because I mean right now I've mainly just been grinding Fortnite and then like multiverses, but I definitely do want to do that. And I think neighborhood tales, since it'll come out like really soon, that's gonna be really fun to get into. Especially with like seeing the game and everything, because apparently it's made off Unreal Engine, which is the same thing like Fortnite's made off of. So basically it's gonna have the same mechanics, and like I've been playing this game for years, so like if I can shoot and do things the same way I've been doing in Fortnite, like it's gonna be so easy to do everything in that game. Like it's literally free money at that point. And it wasn't even about the money, like it's honestly just to have fun, but like it really is an actual opportunity. I kind of feel blessed like to be here. I feel like really early, like you're saying.
Yeah, no, and that's cool. We did an interview with Fortnite with Neighborhood Tales a while ago on Twitter Spaces. So even something like that, we can definitely bring them back, bring them into the Spatial, and start having different interviews. That's one of the shows that I've definitely been having on my docket, is actually interviewing a lot more people again. You guys know I was doing that on Twitter Space, but like I said, I want to be doing that here in Spatial. And so maybe we can bring them back, see from them again, because they definitely do have a different kind of game where you can start robbing people. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto kind of vibes. You got the different modes where you can play story mode, free mode, and you can really get all your crypto snatched from you that you got in the game. But not like all in your wallet, but all that you have allotted in the game. So they got some cool stuff, a nice story behind it. And yeah, like
and I
you
was
said, you can
wondering
earn
for
for real in
tomorrow.
that game. So
like tomorrow, could I stream? Because I'm gonna be streaming like the Cash Cup tomorrow. But one of these big streamers always has a watch party that everybody goes to. I was wondering, like, is it possible to have multiple screens in here? Because like, I could stream that. I know like I could have like 10 people in here at least, and like introduce them to this and everything.
That's a good question. I don't know. Can you stream? Do you know if you can stream multiple screens in here, hon? Oh, I guess yeah. If you put more screens in, yeah, you can. So we'll have to test that out, and I think that would be cool to test out tomorrow too for something like that, because
Could you
that's
work
exactly
with me
what we're
like
thinking.
later tonight then, and like help? Because I could set up like
Yeah,
a whole world and everything, and then we can test it out. I'll send out the invites for everybody for
heck
tomorrow,
yeah,
and see what the kids are talking about.
that
Because I
sounds
want to
lit.
invite everybody to this space. And I like, because I like this. Like I like the concept of being able to hang out here as like this is the actual Discord instead of just being on Discord. Like it's actually kind of better for especially with the more features that they
Right?
add. And I turned off the I went in the settings and turned off like the compression thing, and it made like the environment look like way better. Like it actually looks like fully like 3D and everything.
Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out as well. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, we can definitely go in and make a new world, maybe the Raw Stream Team world or something like that, or even and then test out what that would be like. With streaming multiple streams. Just let me know whenever you're ready. And I'll definitely hop in there now.
Okay, bet.
Cool. Great chat, guys. Well, that's kind of all I had on the docket today. Was just talking about spatial. Then following the raw DAO. Oh, as you guys can see, we did update the logo to reflect the raw network. At first, I was about to kind of switch up a lot of things. Like I said, I ran into an attorney during in spatial. I think he's like actually Gary Vee's attorney, and he kind of gave us, again, you guys know the hard truth about these DAOs, and you guys know we are very mindful of legislation and regulation and people being the sacrificial lamb, and how a lot of things are just unclear. So we've been kind of slow grinding, actually putting a lot of things out that would make it kind of official, that would put us in those kind of predicaments. So I even thought like, oh, well, maybe we should just be an S corp until we, have clear regulations with the DAO. But it really doesn't make sense to go back to Web 2 ways when we are really trying to be Web 3. So we will kind of be calling ourselves the Raw Network, but we are still the Raw DAO as well. So, but the network effect just makes it so that people know that it's a whole network. It's not just us. It's kind of also like a TV network, if you guys understand. Like when it comes to these spaces that we're trying to create, it's like YouTube in the very beginning. And that's why we tell people, hey, you can have your YouTube, you can have your podcast, even if it's on your own website, it could be wherever you're streaming it. We can put it here streaming in our world as well to again give it that old YouTube effect where it's decentralized. Whatever you want to show, that's what we're gonna show. And kind of again create that effect, that network effect, the TV network almost. That's why we got the lineup on Fridays, and that's even growing too, where it's kind of going to be like something we've been kind of looking at it as. Wednesdays would be for women, where we stream different like women podcasters and women gamers, and then kind of showcase them on Wednesdays. And Thursdays will be more like musical days, where we're streaming. We stream the Jazz Fest with the Third Planet Studios on Thursdays, where we go into their world and actually vibe out with them. And then we have karaoke night that's going to be happening in the showcase here soon. We're still just kind of ironing out all the details for that. But then again, any kind of musical things will be on Thursdays, and then Friday will be the main lineup. And then we can keep adding from that. One of the things I've also been looking at is like a family day on Tuesdays. I built like a whole little playground area, and I've got some things where I'm going to be coming in here and doing interactive learning with my little one. Because a lot of us have kids, that be kind of looking at this with us, and they'd be more excited about it than we are. And again, we understand that that's what all of this stuff is made for the youth. So again, creating these kind of environments that attract them, where they can be learning, we can make it interactive, where it's like, say for example, a lot of these little ones are learning how to read. So it's like, I could put up letters, and it's like, this is the word cat. Run to the sound, that it actually begins with, or different things like that I've kind of got planning. Like I said, I have built a little playground area. They can go down the slide, on the swings, some fun little stuff. My little one made a whole avatar who looks like a dinosaur. He's geeked up about it. And again, anything that you have going on we
But
can
yeah, chat, it's
showcase
gonna
it
be
and
lit.
put it
We
together
start
and make it
building the
a
world
whole nother
tonight, and I
experience.
start up tomorrow.
So definitely appreciate you guys for being here. Huh? Right. I mentioned that. It's like the YouTube from back in the day. In the very beginning, you guys already know those people that have been in YouTube in the beginning or in Twitch in the beginning. That's people like academics. You see what kind of platform academics has because he was on YouTube at the beginning. He was on Twitch at the beginning, and those people paid attention to him and again wanted him to succeed to again onboard everybody into that space. We know we are in the onboarding area going physical to digital. This is how we're going to actually onboard people into the space as well. So definitely great ideas. If you guys have any ideas about anything we've talked about, any shows that you want to do, anything when it comes to the launch party, anything when it comes to the RAW wearable, anything when it comes to actually streaming, share it in the ideas chat and we'll continue to build from there. And yes, this has been a great chat. Anybody have anything they wanted to share from the Discord or here before we wrap it up for the day? No? Okay, awesome. Well, this has been recorded, so make sure you guys. Oh my God, I didn't even record the sound again. I'm so freaking mad. That's crazy. That is wow. All right. Well, again, this has been a great call. Anyhow, if you guys have anything, any content that you took. Oh, perfect. So I can kind of record that stream.
Yeah, if you just go to my Twitch and then you can take this whole like talk and everything.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate that. Woo, good looks. Huh? Oh yeah. Okay, and then we can all go to a different port if you guys actually want to explore a bit. So everybody keep streaming. We're gonna go to the 7th level so that you guys can kind of see the mansion party that we're gonna be kind of exploring. So over here, let me move the portal so you guys can see. To travel over there, all you got to do is click on it. You'll see it says travel to, and then travel to there. So I'll see you guys there. Bye.
All right, let's see what this place is talking about.
All right. So y'all see what's happening over here. Okay, feel free to explore. Again, this is one of the spaces we actually built from scratch. So we imported this penthouse, we imported everything that you see, the dance floor, the DJ booth, literally bar. You can hey, get it, Shamgar. You can explore the different levels. Yeah. If you want to hop down, I would just say click. You know, it's a little easy just to click to where you're trying to go, and you can kind of explore through there. Check out the different cars. You can get up inside. Play around with it. You guys can see. Oh, I done got trapped on the wrong side. Let me come around. I stepped down. Oh, just jump down. Okay. Oh, I'm scared to fall off that ledge. I don't think that will go down. But you guys, you know, this is the fun part about actually exploring in the metaverse, having fun stuff to explore. That's the kind of things that we wanted to show you guys, actually having some different fun stuff to explore. The house is fully functional. You see the cars outside. You can kind of step in the car. Yeah, I know we got a lot of interior designers in here. You can always, you know, share some ideas. If you have environments that you already built, it is so easy to just import the environment as well. So you can definitely do that. Let me see. This is drawing with the garden and the well, right? That's downstairs. I see people inside, outside. Y'all see the motorcycles. Oh, I'm over here walking as my husband. I was like, wait, that's Tiny. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get to the greenhouse to show everybody the greenhouse.
I think I'm already. I don't know if I'm already here,
yeah,
but I'm around a bunch of trees.
Yeah, you in the greenhouse. Yeah, they in
oh,
the
there's
greenhouse.
a well over there too. That's cool. I didn't see that.
We got the well, the waterfall down here. I think there's supposed to be a whole pool right here. Yeah, there's a secret entrance as well, more cars. But y'all see, and this again was just all built from scratch.
Yeah,
So
basically,
in my
but better.
YouTube video that I just dropped for you guys, yeah, in my YouTube video that I had just dropped, I showed you guys how I used 3D Warehouse, because I don't know how to make stuff in Blender, but I did find this 3D Warehouse at another builder, Bogey. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember him. He put me on the 3D Warehouse and was like, you know, you can go and search anything. Right now, they got a free 30-day trial. You don't have to put in your credit card. You just sign up, and I would suggest download a whole bunch of stuff that you can within those free 30 days. And then if you want to keep it longer than that, it's $150, or not 100, sorry, $119 for the whole year, which I still think is a really good investment to have for the whole year, to be able to access any kind of free 3D things that you guys see. We got wells, fountains, any kind of car you can think of, it's in there. Motorcycles. You guys can check out again the spaces that are back in the showcase, back in the think tank, and explore different ones. Again, anybody that we've kind of connected with that has made a space, we have them in there. There was two more spaces too that we had kind of I just found that people have shared on Twitter, like Tokyo White. I just found their spatial, so I added that. I'll be adding that to our showcase. XR Couture, you guys may have seen, they just had a drop with Artifact and Pandora.
Alright, I gotta load up the game. So chat, I'm gonna show you all how to do my load up process. So I'll load up this. Load up AVAS, right? Run basic maintenance, yes sir. Program to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, you come over, bro. I just got out of the community call with RAW. We just tried out that new metaverse world, Spatial or whatever. We were talking about really good actually. We're gonna try a watch party tomorrow. I streamed it and everything. I'm still streaming, but I'm gonna do a watch party tomorrow, like for when I do my duo cash cup, so they'll be able to see me stream, and then they'll have Aussie Antics stream up in the background, so you'll be able to see all the pros and stuff. And I'll try to have like people in there and like just make it a good event. And because Spatial will follow us back, and like we're supposed to have like interview and stuff with them. But it's also cool because Neighborhood Tales and everything, like I actually have on the grand list and all that shit. So it's just like, I don't know, if that game comes out with all this other shit, it's actually pretty good.